y'all, welcome back. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike and I do bees. Glad you could join me for another day in my 2020 beekeeping season, where we're going all the way from winter through to fall here in southeast Louisiana. And I'm not here doing a how-to video. I'm simply documenting my season a day at a time and trying to take you guys with me every time I go to do something in my hives, just to show you what it takes in my little operation here. If you happen to pick up any tips and tricks though, that's great. If you have any for me, be sure to leave them in the comment section. So today I'm out on another whirlwind adventure. Riding the back roads over to Livingston Parish and going to look at a couple of those swarm boxes that are left still. You know, that video we just did recently. As I understand it, there may be some scouts back at that one particular one that had scouts and then lost scouts. Apparently it may have scouts again. So I figure I'd just take a ride, go visit my friend. We'll go catch up, check in on those bees, and see if they're back scouting out that box. Or maybe we got bees in the box. And of course, while I'm over there, I need to stop by that other location. Now, I don't know what's going on at that other location. I don't necessarily know what's going on at the one location where we're going to. But you're going to find out right along with me. It's a good day to get out on the back roads and head from parish to parish. You know, we got parishes here in Louisiana, not counties. So that's what we're doing. All right. I'll catch up with y'all when we get to the first location. We're going to stop by on the way. Folks, I ain't looked at this. I didn't even, just kind of glanced at it coming in the driveway. But you know what? Let's see if it's got any bee scouts or anything around it. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm gonna flip y'all around and we're gonna walk up to it. You're actually a foot ahead of me, you'll see it first, right? I don't see any action on this box. And it's expected. I mean, it's only been here 2 weeks, already caught a swarm here, no telling. But it's always good to come check. You're already out here. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. Move on, move on. Nothing to see. Well, we're out here. We need to go ahead and freshen up the bait. A couple drops of lemongrass never hurts. I usually do that about every 2 weeks. I'll take this out here. Take this. Lemongrass Earl. That's what they say down in South in New Orleans. Earl. No, Earl. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 drops, 9. That's all. Take that thing. Take a little bit and dab it on the entrance. That's it. Dab it on the entrance. Stick it back in the bag. And look, I got comb in here, so I really didn't have to freshen this up. I just do. I am out here. And it's not like it's hard to take down and open up. Put that in there. Open. No. So I got this in here. And I got that in there. There's some comb. It's all, every frame has got old comb on it. Oh, what we got there? We got a critter in here. Nope. Looks like a critter. We'll just stick it there. That's it. Freshen up. You know what? It helps if you put it on the right way. Can't go in that way. That's it. I'll ride on down the road and see if we got scouts or whether we got a colony in that other box. See, I'm washing my truck. Got her cleaned up for a change. Alright, let's get down the road. Well, folks, we're here. We have made it to the other box. I'm going to take a walk out here and see if we got any scouts. I understand we may have some scouts. And here comes my buddy now. He won't smile. There he goes. He won't smile. Alright, so I have not been out here to look. We're going to go over here, get across this fence. Then we got to get across that ditch. And that thing is slick, and I got my Crocs on. I left my boots in the truck. That's alright. Let's go out there and look. Oh man, I'm old. I used to cut through a go through a fence like it was nothing. Let's go across right here. Got a tree to hold on to. Now let's see if we can keep from getting my feet muddy. Oh, it's slick. This clay down here, oh, it's slick stuff. Oh, all right, let's see. We're across. This out here floods. What do we see? Oh yeah. It's three. I'd have to say that would be a colony living there. Look at there. We went from having scouts last month to no scouts a couple weeks after to a colony inside the box 2 weeks later. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and go visit a little bit, and then I'll plug this up when it gets a little later. Get these bees in. Welcome back. Hey, I went out there and I went ahead and plugged the entrance and brought that thing across the fence. It was going to be too much trouble trying to carry it and try and get the camera, and I could have set up a shot and had you watching me stick steel wool in a hole and pulling it off a stand, but I didn't do that because, I mean, that's no fun. But it's not the end of the video. What I'm going to do is I'm driving on home now. I grabbed it. It is a very small colony. The box is really, really light, but as I put my ear to it, you know, you could hear them pretty loud before I pulled it down. So it's but it's probably what I thought it was going to be. I figured it'd be a you know, it's probably a secondary swarm or something. And that's cool. It'll be a good nuke, but I will when I carried it, I could tell it wasn't very heavy. It's getting dark in here. I could tell it wasn't very heavy, but that's okay. Tomorrow I will take you guys through it when I get off work, and we'll see what we found, what we got. We'll just see how big it is. But it's all good. We'll grow it up, and there's a nectar flow going, so don't have to feed them if they're small. We'll put them in a small 5-frame, and we'll have us a nice colony going in the winter. Well, hey folks, it is the next day, and I have gotten off work. I'm gonna come take a look at this little swarm that I picked up last night, well, yesterday evening. It was little, I could tell. I carried the box all the way from the house over here to the yard. It wasn't real heavy at all. But we're gonna take a look. Don't know how long they were in there. Didn't check it since 2 weeks ago. This is the one that had no scouts in. And then all of a sudden I got scouts. And then a bunch of scouts. And then I go back and there's nothing. And then in 2 weeks later, we got bees in this box. So what I'm gonna do is go in, see, they're so small, they probably didn't build much of nothing as far as comb. See if there's any comb in there. See what they've done with the few frames, see what they've done with the open space. And just see how big they are. Really probably end up putting them in a nuke if I have to. But I'm gonna go out here, evaluate it, and then go get what I need to do what I need to do. So let's go take a look, see what we caught. Boy, the bees are busy. So let's see what we got in here. I'm gonna carefully lift it, because I feel it's heavy lifting up, so it means I probably got comb on it. Yes, I do. No, I got a frame. Oh, it just dropped off. Oh, there's some comb. Whoops, sorry guys, there's some comb. So I'm gonna need to see if that's even worth saving. Such a small cluster. All right, so I know what we need. Y'all see that? I'm gonna go ahead and it's only one frame of bees plus this, so yeah, I knew it was a small swarm. All right, guys, I got a nuke. Move this out the way. I'm hoping we're not in the middle of a new queen getting mated and all, because this could foul her up a little bit, and it's probably gonna foul up a few of the foragers out there, but it's small. And we got a nectar flow going, so what I'm gonna do, put them in here, and by putting them in here, they'll be good. They can build with what we got going on. What we're gonna do is check this little piece of comb that they built and see if it's worth keeping. I won't keep a comb that small. It's hardly even worth trying to put in a frame because it's so tiny, unless it's got eggs in it on a new small tiny swarm like this. If this was a large swarm, shoot, I wouldn't even worry about it. I wouldn't even look at it. But I am gonna look at it. Oh, it's barely fastened. So I'll do this. I'll lay them down. Yes. I'll take my hive tool, holding this with my knees in one hand. Take my hive tool, and just cut her off. Again, I wouldn't, on a bigger swarm, I wouldn't even save this, but those things where it's tiny. You can see it's slammed full of eggs. The queen has laid it full of eggs. I'm gonna put that in a frame. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna put it in a frame. This is normal. Everybody's asking about those rubber bands that I use, those big ones. Those are file folder rubber bands from Walmart. That's what those are. Specifically for big files. But it's full. All right, so again, guys, I went ahead and saved it because it does have eggs in it, and it's a very small swarm. We got a flow going on, so no need to feed them. They got eggs in here, so I got a laying queen. That's good to know. We're gonna take this and put it right in the middle, and it's and see what we got as far as comb. I'd like to put drawn comb on each side of it, because if you put just foundation, they make crazy comb that thing. So I'm gonna bring these frames over and let you look at them. So this is an old comb. But I'll keep it in here. And I'm just glancing after her. I'm not too concerned with seeing the queen. I got eggs in here, so there she is right there. I know, well, I'm not concerned, but I see her. I'll pick her out right there. I only got one hand to hold her. There she is. Let's put her in here with this comb. This is some old nasty comb, and I am going to put it in here though, just so we can try and control the wacky comb. Actually, I got a frame better than this. Hold on. I'm going to actually put this one here. I'll call this out later. Put this one here. We got some comb rearranging to do later, but that's all right. Oops. So it's a little itty bitty swarm, but heck, it's got time to grow. We just keeping this nuke. Queen's laying, and that's it. That's all we need. Hey guys, well, it is actually 2 days after I'm doing this ending. I did a couple clips of ending that video, and I don't know, I couldn't get my thoughts together. But anyway, so this is the follow-up to going out and retrieving those, or that one swarm box. We retrieved one swarm box, checked another one. Now, it was a small swarm, but you know, it's getting to be mid-April now. It is mid-April, not getting to be. And here in May, pretty much I won't do swarms anymore. Anyway, so you saw that was a very small swarm, which is normal for this time of year. The larger ones are early on. had a mated queen in there, and I fully expected to find a a small virgin queen in there. I kind of expected to see that because when I carried it, it was so light. But it turned out to be a mated queen. That's good. And going back to that little piece of comb, if it had maybe been that big, I probably wouldn't have saved it. But normally even the size it was, I probably wouldn't have saved it. But such a tiny swarm, and the queen had that loaded with eggs. So I figured, shoot, it fits in the frame. I eyeballed it. Let's rubber band it in. They'll build it out. And it gives them a line to build on in that frame. And I just got to watch for crazy comb. But I thought it right to go ahead and leave that in there. In a big swarm again, I wouldn't have done that. But anyway, great news. Glad we got that swarm in there. It's a small swarm. The nectar flow is happening, so we're good. Don't have to worry about really feeding them because we got a good nectar flow coming. Now, if they absolutely just don't grow and they're dwindling, then I'll put some feed on. But I don't feed swarms normally because normally there is some sort of nectar flow when they're swarming. You get some late swarms, maybe not so much. And you get some absconds. You got to watch and feed them a lot of times. But I won't have to feed them. Just gonna let them grow. Keep an eye on them. I'll leave them for the next week or two and just pop the lid and see if they're moving anything. And I do got to cull some comb and put some nice drawing in there. But we'll get to that. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, guys. Oh, and by the way, I got a sweatshirt on, and I know it's the middle of April in southeast Louisiana, but it did actually dip into the 40s last couple nights. Oh man, it's cold. I think it dipped down into the upper 40s and low 50s last night. We're just now getting up to 60. It's cold in the shade. And it's not that it's cold, it's actually hot. If I stand out in the sun in this, I'll burn up. It's right now, it's in the 60s. The problem is the breeze is blowing out of the north and it's cool in the shade. And I'm getting ready to jump on my zero-turn mower. And if y'all have ever rode a zero-turn mower, when the breeze is kind of cool, it just chills my arms. So now I know you guys up north, you'll laugh. You probably would love to have a day where you can go short sleeves in 60-degree north wind weather. But not me. I don't like the cold. But it'll warm up this afternoon a little bit more, and I'll probably peel it off. But right now, when I get started, I'm gonna go ahead and keep a sweatshirt on. So that's why you see me in a sweatshirt. Alright guys, well, it's a beautiful day that the Lord has made. And hey, if you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share it with your friends, your family, and anybody just enjoys watching bees. This is Barry's Best Hunting. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, and God bless y'all.